Hello YouTube friends, my name is Linda Dolke and I'm a demonstrator with Stampin' Up here in Australia. And my apologies, it's been over a week, it's about a week and a half since I last did a video, and the reason it's been so long is we've been very busy. We just bought a house in that time, so that's been a distraction for me, but that means I haven't been on here as much, so my apologies to you guys. But don't worry, I've got a couple of really cool videos coming up in the next few days, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see all of those when they go live. I've got this cute little ornament that we're making today, and I have used from our current holiday catalogue with Stampin' Up, the Still Scenes bundle, and it's got all these great little dies. They're called the Snow Globe Scenes dies, and we're going to be using this little guy here, the trees, and also the reindeer, the stag. We're going to use those two today, and the main thing that you really need to create this awesome double-sided ornament are these Snow Globe shaker domes. In Australia they're $11.25 for a pack of 10, so they're pretty cool. Alright, let me move this out of the way. Here are the Snow Globe shaker dies. Like I said, they come as shaker domes, I should say. They come in a pack of 10, and I've pulled out 2 because you're going to need 2 for each ornament, okay? But they are absolutely fantastic. As far as I know, these are just around while our catalogue is live, and this catalogue will end at the end of December 2019, or beginning of January, actually, 1st of January. So I've got 2 versions here. You can see this one I've added a little bit of ribbon to, which is kind of cute. I do like the way this looks. But I wanted to show you a mistake that I made, and I wanted to save you making the same mistake. The first time I made this, it was this one here, and I didn't have any of the ice glitter handy at that time, so I used instead some of the Dazzling Diamonds glitter. And I don't know if you can see, let me bring this up close to the screen, but because of static electricity, it's actually all adhering or sticking to the inside of the dome, so it kind of ruins the look a little bit. I mean, it's still pretty, but it's not as clear as I would like it to be. Can you see the glitter sticking to the dome there? So a better choice would be the ice glitter that we have in our current catalogue, also available until the end of the year. The ice glitter is fantastic because it has a much thicker, chunkier appearance, and it won't stick to the inside of your dies like the very fine glitter does. So that's just a tip. If I was trying to put glitter in these, I would be going with the ice glitter, and this is called Ice Stampin' Glitter, and it comes in a pack, and you should be able to see that's really very, very pretty. The other thing that's in here is the snowflake sequins. All right, so we'll get started, but these are all the basics that you're going to need. You're also going to need some ribbon. I've used the silver metallic edged ribbon, but let's go. Alright, so the first thing I did was I got my 2 domes out of the packet, set those aside, and then I've used the Snow Globe Scenes dies to cut out 3 pieces. So you can use any colour you like. These would look good in grey or navy or whatever you like, but I decided to go with Pretty Peacock. That's this sort of bluey green colour. And then this is sparkle glitter or glimmer paper that we have, but also silver would look great. So I think either of those would look really, really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put these with the back sides of them, so that when I look at the peacock side like this, it's going to have the white trees coming through from behind, and if I turn it over, it's going to have the glitter trees with the peacock trees peeking behind. So you just want them so that you can see both lots. And I'm going to get my glue dots, and I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots. Just realized I'm low on glue dots. I'll need to grab another one in a moment, but that won't take me a moment to do. Alright, so I'm just going to put these so that the trees poke out. Doesn't really matter where, but they poke out behind. There we go, just like that. Now these are kind of just flapping around here. Where they join here in the middle, you could also pop another glue dot there as well. So I'm actually just going to remove that with my fingernail, but really a bone folder is good for that purpose. So that one's going to stick there, and another one here. Actually, I might because I don't want them sticking out. I just want them hidden behind there. That one's almost, because we don't want our sequins to stick to it later. That's better. And then this one's floating around, so I'm going to pop one on the back of that as well. So I will grab a bone folder, or you could grab any kind of pokey tool or anything that you like to use to do fine work with, like that. So there we go. We've just got those two stuck to the back of each other. Nice and simple like that. Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my reindeers. So once again, using the glue dots. And I want this reindeer kind of to sit right in front there. So his antlers are sort of just up above the trees. And I'll whack another glue dot behind him there. So now he's pretty solid on there. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to add another stag at the back. So one glue dot here. We'll see, there's the end of my glue dot roll. But it's okay. I'll need those again in a moment. Alright, so now we've got just this solid piece like this. Now the cool thing about our snow globe domes is that they have a layer of adhesive here on the top and a layer of adhesive underneath. And it's the underneath one that we're going to go with first. So I'm going to, you can once again use a pokey tool. That's the best thing to pop in under here. So I'm just going to use my take your pick tool and I'm going to pop that under this edge. Sometimes it's easier to go from the inside like that. There we go. And then I'm going to pop this just inside on the edge. So there's still some adhesive showing, but that's just going to sit right there on the edge like that. Alright. Now this is a good time to put your glitter in. So I'm going to, I've got that and the snowflake sequins as well, which were right here a second ago and have now disappeared. Isn't that always the way? Now on my original, you might notice I'm using white stags today. On my original one I used like a beige. This is actually grey granite, that colour. Here they are right in front of me. So I'm going to open these up and I'm going to put a good old pinch of sequins straight into this. You can even go with a second pinch if you want, a bit more. You don't need a lot. It just is for a cute effect. It doesn't really serve any purpose other than looking pretty. And I'm just going to also pour in a bit of a pile of ice glitter. Then I'm going to get my piece again and I'm going to remove the other inside strip from the other dome, and I am literally going to seal those two together. See how easy this is to do? These are great Christmas decorations. They look pretty hanging on your tree or on a wreath, just about anything. Alright, now we get to do the outside, so you can see how the glitter looks really, really pretty in there, and they're happily standing up in there. From one side you've got the blue trees, and on the other side you've got the glittery trees, but they both look good. Okay, super easy. Alright, so then I've also cut the largest scallop circle from the layering circles dies that we also have, and then you're going to take your circle that fits just inside of those. Now you'll know which is the right size. This is the die here. Oh, here it is, because on this, I've actually got one of the older style ones, and the cutting edge is on the inside. Now the new ones, the cutting edge is right in the middle, so you may just need to experiment, but because it's on the inside there, I can see that that is the right size when I actually pop it onto here with a tiny bit of a gap, but that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to run these through my Big Shot or my die cutting machine, whatever you're using, and that's going to make a little frame for us. So just give me a moment and I'll do that. So now I have the frames that I've cut, and you can see I've got the scallop edge on the outside and the straight curve, if there's such a thing, on the inside there. I'm keeping one of these glitter circles from that I cut from the inside as well. Okay, so this is actually ready to put straight on just as it is. I'm going to get my little pokey tool and I'm going to take off that piece of adhesive around the outside this time, and I'm going to position this over the top, and we're just going to have that go all the way down. Now I've just realized I actually forgot to do something, so let me just pop that there for a second. You can benefit from not doing this when you do it. I also am going to cut a little bit off the circle here. Now how much do you cut? I've cut lots of these now, so I know exactly how big this should be. If you do cut it too big, you can always cut it down a little bit more, and what you're going to do is you're just going to position that right at the bottom there, so it goes along the bottom of where the snow globe base would normally sit. Okay, and then this piece just goes down straight over the top. So this is adhered now because it's sticky there, it's adhered all the way around. The only place it's not stuck is here where that circle is. So I'm just going to use my bone folder again and pick up a couple of glue dots from my roll and put them on the bottom so that sticks down. Here we go. Right, just like that. And what that does is it covers this little bit that, if you see over the other side here, you've got this little bit hanging out. Well, now it looks like it's one solid piece. Well, kind of, if you don't look too close, but it actually looks pretty good. If anyone's paying attention, you might notice my deer has changed colour, and that's because I had a few technical problems when I went off to do my cutting. I had a bit of an issue and had to make another one. So it wasn't because it's tricky, it's just because I did something silly. Right, so I'm going to cut with that now it's exposed. I'm going to cut another piece off my circle. You've got an extra one there too, and of course you've got the other circle if you need to try again. But I'm just going to position this at the base of the dome there. See how it kind of fills the circle in? And then, because it's sticky, we're able to pop that straight on over the top. And same again, I'm going to use a couple of glue dots at the base here so that this sticks down. And pretty much this is finished. There's just a couple of last little things that you can choose to do. If you're going to hang it on a tree or something like that, then you'll need to put a hole at the top, and I decided that the perfect ribbon for this was the silver metallic edged ribbon, which we currently have in our annual catalogue. And so you can use whatever hole punch tool you'd normally use. If you don't have some sort of hole punch tool, you can use a wide needle and pop that through. I'm just using the top of I've still got my good old crocodile from years and years and years ago. But if you don't have one of these, you can either get yourself a little hole punchy sort of tool, or you can use a hot needle. Okay. I'm just going to thread that through there. Goodness me, these nails do not make it easy. They look pretty, but they're not very, what's the word? Not very user-friendly when it comes to crafting. I'm just going to make my ribbon more of a pointy end. Just makes it easier to thread through. That's better. Pull that through. And then I'll be tying that off at the top in a moment. And if you wanted to cover up this bit, it doesn't really need to be covered, but if you wanted to, you could tie a little bit of the ribbon, and I glue dotted a bow onto the bottom of this one here as well. Just trim this edge. Yeah, so you can go crazy, put all sorts of things in them if you wish. There's all sorts of little animals and shape in this wonderful Snow Globe Scenes dies. They all look fabulous. I hope you enjoyed that. It's been a really fun project to make. I did do this at my classes this month, but I was excited to show you here on YouTube as well. If there's any of these items that you wish to purchase for yourself, if you're in Australia, head over to my online store, and the details for that are in the description below. Or if you're elsewhere in the world and you have a demonstrator, you can contact them and get them to order these for you. Have a fabulous day, guys, and I'll be back with more for you very soon. Bye.